Hello everyone, greetings. This is Ellen of ellenexplains.com. My new blog has been relaunched this summer and we are featuring new content. We've hired some new editors and our blog is focused, if you don't know already, we focus on celebrities and fashion and style and New York City, and we interview movers and shakers. And today I am thrilled out of my mind to be speaking and chatting with my dear friend, Dame Laurie Sutherland, who I've known for, I think, close to 20 years. And we met at a school called Mama Gina's School of Womanly Arts that trains women to be goddesses. And Laurie is a fashion stylist who has lots of ideas about styling women. We're going to talk to Laurie about her new company, Soul Styling, and how it all began for her. And then at the end, we're going to look at some Hollywood celebrities, because we can't do a blog video without some celebrity gossip. And without further ado, we're going to introduce my dear friend Laurie. So Laurie, welcome to my first video in my home.
Thank you so much, Ellen. I'm so grateful to be here. You have the most beautiful home. It is such an honor. It's really a privilege.
It's an honor myself.
It's really gorgeous. She has the most exquisite jewel box that's just filled. I wish I could take you around and show you every single exquisite piece is here. And your view in Harlem and the sunlight and your beauty. You look so stunning.
Well,
You look so stunning.
Well, thank you. We just should mention the earrings, and one of my diamond rings on my ring finger was bought by the help of you a few years ago when you were selling diamonds on Madison Avenue. But anyway, I wanted to begin just to talk to you, Laurie, about your company, Soul Styling. What is Soul Styling, and how did this all begin for you?
Thank you. Great question. Well, it's been going on actually for about 25 years. When I had been always in the fashion industry in a much different way, in sales, and then I found an organization called Housing Works, and it was where I was trained to become a fashion activist, and where I understood that beauty is an extremely powerful act of humanitarianism. And it was really the cornerstone for me to start looking at fashion in a much deeper, more mindful way. And so from there, I started to get very active in the arts. I was active in the AIDS as an AIDS activist, and then I started about 15 years ago or so, I don't know how long.
I know, the years just blend.
Moving into the School of Womanly Arts, and I started to get very active with that. Ran the school, became a certified coach, facilitated expanded pleasure and the womanly arts for thousands of women. And I began to understand that when a woman expands her pleasure, her entire personal style changes. And I'd been styling Regina, Mama Gina, for ever, and she looked at me one day and she said, "You know what you do for me? You style my soul." And I really understood that I was beginning to have deeper conversations with women for uncovering their desires, allowing them to own their beauty, allowing them to research and educate themselves in their own inimitable personal style that was based upon a conversation with their soul, as opposed to society, fast fashion, compulsive shopping, being obsessed with the hottest, greatest, latest. I really started to take, this about 10 years ago, started to take women on a much slower, more sensual journey on uncovering a more personal style for themselves. That would make them fall in love with themselves.
Just you saying that, a sense of calm just came over me, a sense of just peace and just almost like a meditation almost, because we're in such a culture of you know, the internet and the videos and
Yeah.
the YouTube and the stores have the videos and the runway, and everyone's on a red carpet. Even FAO Schwartz, a children's store, there was a red carpet for kids, and you know, it's just insane. So I think it's really important to go back
Yeah.
into your soul and into
Yeah.
what makes you happy and gives you pleasure.
Absolutely. And pleasure really is a paradigm when it comes
Yeah.
to really slow down and
Yeah.
begin to discover what really lights you up.
Yeah.
What really turns you on. And you know,
Yeah.
just looking at you
Yeah.
and seeing what lights you up
Yeah.
are diamonds.
Yeah.
And they always
Yeah.
have.
Here they are.
And you have blinged yourself out in such
Yeah.
an elegant,
Oh, thank you.
chic style
Yeah.
with one of the most goddessly dresses. I wish everyone could see how beautiful her décolletage and the folds and the layers
Yeah.
and
Well,
you
this
know,
is this was BCBG. I got it for 50 off at Lord & Taylor's. It was less than $100.
love it.
And, you know, you don't, yeah, I mean, you can do things
Absolutely.
affordably, which is another
Absolutely.
good
Yeah.
thing. So who are your clients? What kind of people do you work with?
I work with an incredibly diverse community of women, which I'm very grateful. And I've been soul styling men as well. But because I was so involved with the School of Womanly Arts, I know a lot of women, and a lot of women come to me with very different desires. Some women have had some drastic weight gains. Some women have had some weight loss. Some women have been involved in some chronic illness. Some women are, I've worked with a lot of authors and transformational coaches, women who are really interested in beginning to reflect and express who they truly are inside. And that's something that as our society, we are taught to kind of be fashion lemons. You know, let's just follow what other people are wearing, as opposed to really embodying our soul style story.
Right, interesting. So how do you work with your clients? Do you take them shopping, or do you go through their closets, or
It's totally customized, because every single woman who comes to me is very, very different. You know, I'm working with a client right now who is a very strict Orthodox Jew, and she is just beginning to really honor and understand what an extraordinary beauty queen she is. And what's really interesting is that she has this incredible collection of beauty already in her home that she's just beginning to own and express and celebrate and really honor that duality of her life as an Orthodox Jew and a beauty queen. So it's a really fantastic. So I go into their closet, but always, most importantly, I sit down and we spend like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours of discovering the big vision, the big picture. Who are their soul style icons? What's your vision? What turns you on? What lights you up? Who are your favorite? You know, so we just have this like incredible brainstorming experience together, so that we get very intimate in going to a new territory of beauty that they've never been before. But frequently what I will do, and I did speak about Bergdorf Goodman, is that because a lot of my training is in sensuality, the womanly arts, and the paradigm of pleasure, I have found that Bergdorf Goodman is really an extraordinary, what I say, sort of like an orgasmic vortex for a woman to really step in and be seduced by beauty. And that is something that our society and our culture does not teach us how to seduce ourselves, how to really uncover what we really love, what we really adore, and how to adore ourselves. So Bergdorf Goodman is like a extraordinary journey I will take with them that will light them up and see, and wow, I love that. no matter what kind of level of personal style and adornment they're at, it's very interesting that Bergdorf's will uncover the true iconic style. So I take them on that journey.
Yeah, well, it's a gorgeous store. It's just fun to walk through. I mean, anyone can walk through it.
I know.
Absolutely.
I know. Do you want your ashes scattered at Bergdorf?
Absolutely.
What do you think?
Well, you know, I'm more of a Barney's girl.
Are you?
Yeah,
Okay, we can.
yeah. I think I'm more of a Barney's girl.
Okay, we'll go up a few blocks.
Yeah, I love the window dresser, Simon Doonan. He's brilliant. So, Lori, what do you think? Are there pieces or accessories or pieces of clothes that every woman should have in her closet? Is there like a staple that every woman should have? Or is that also depends on her soul styling?
Ooh, I like how you said that. You know, it does, yes and no. And I would say that, you know, in my history of watching women light up and become alive, you know, one of my favorite expressions from Yves Saint Laurent is said, only wear clothing that makes you feel alive. And that's what I really want to invite women to just go explore, research what makes them feel alive. And what I notice a lot of what makes a woman feel alive are some classic goddess styled pieces, and that just helps them claim their sensuality. This dress is a classic goddess style that every woman can feel really beautiful, show the décolletage, see the folds. I'm wearing a silk velvet, caught on the bias. The blue silk velvet. I mean, it gives me such pleasure to wear.
It's very
and
luxurious.
Feel fabrications that feel so wonderful, like silk charmeuse and satin, cotton on the bias, cashmere, alpaca. I'm working with a sustainable alpaca designer right now, where her fabrications are luscious, and it's so sustainable. And but one piece that I'm really into right now that I find look beautiful with women are some type silhouette of like either a cape or a poncho or some kind of a wrap, where I saw a woman today in fabulous like sparkle Vans slip-on sneakers and a big tartan plaid poncho, and she just looked fabulous, and it was just a toss, and I don't know what the hell she had underneath.
Yeah.
And I have a black cape, and it just makes you feel important.
Yeah.
I want women to wear pieces that make them feel like an important, rare jewel.
Wow. Whoa. Wow.
Right?
That's
like a
amazing.
ruby or a sapphire or diamonds, you know? So.
Wow. Whew. Do you have favorite designers, fashion designers? Are there any that you really love?
Well, you know, I have had the privilege of working with a lot of designers. I worked with Housing Works, worked with New York City Opera, produced many events, Divas Shop for Opera, worked with a lot of designers that donated extraordinary pieces. Some of my favorite from an architectural point of view, I really loved Geoffrey Beene. I loved his character. I loved the way that he just knew a woman's body.
Wow.
We were talking about Roberto Cavalli.
Oh, yeah.
When you put on a Roberto Cavalli piece, you always feel like someone's making love with you. It's an interesting experience.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
I could go on, and I also love vintage and thrift, and I'm not a big labeler. I like pieces when I assemble them myself. I feel that when it's really exciting when you customize pieces and when you personalize pieces yourself, and when you're inspired
Yeah.
by designers to
Yeah.
take this and take that
Yeah.
and embody yourself.
Yeah, and mix and match
Yeah.
and customize it
Yeah.
to your personal taste. And I think that's so important because we all read magazines, and you know, we look at Anna Wintour. I mean, she's an amazing person, but you know, we're not all Anna Wintour size 2 with the perfect haircut. And you know, and I think we read the magazines. They give us formulas, and
Yeah.
we think we have to fit into a formula
Right.
all the time. Or we look at the red carpet, or we watch TV and all the fashion shows, and you know, it's very easy to feel depressed and to feel less
Absolutely.
than and to
Absolutely.
feel like crap. I don't
Yeah.
have the money, I don't have the body, I don't have, you know, whatever. And it's important to just get in touch with what turns you on
Yeah.
and work it from the inside and not
Absolutely.
the outside.
Absolutely. And I
Yes.
found when I work with women and we dwell in that sensual, sacred space
Yeah.
of learning to own their body and beauty and sensuality,
Yeah.
a very different style emerges
Yeah.
that is completely not a formula. And it's really
Yeah.
interesting how organic it evolves, and it's not in a time frame where like I've got to have this and I've got to have that, and I can do all that.
Yeah.
But more of my calling is as a mission to inspire and educate women into going much deeper.